5 Arsenal players who already start the new season on thin ice. Arsenal are just weeks away from beginning their Premier League title defence, and they still have work to do in the transfer window. The Gunners still want to address the left wing and number 8 positions, and they are making progress, especially with the midfielder signing. Thankfully for Mikel Arteta, he has a very strong squad to call upon already, and the work that needs to be done revolves largely around upgrades in the name of becoming more dominant, which is certainly a luxury position for any club to find itself in. But there are players who will have a point to prove heading into the new season, and here we take a look at some of those players. Illan Meslier. Let's start with new signing Illan Meslier. With Kepa Arrizabalaga expected to leave, Meslier has come in to replace the Spaniard, and it's fair to say there are question marks over the deal. Meslier is actually a similar keeper to Kepa, an agile shot stopper but error-prone in nature, and he is of a lower quality, so he is going to have questions to answer, and when he is called upon, he will need to answer them if he is to convince fans. Ricardo Calafiori. Calafiori has been a reliable player for Arsenal, but there has been talk of him being expendable and potentially being sold in Arsenal's bid to keep spending and getting better. The Italian could go if the right offer comes in, and he will feel hard done by if he's sold, given he has largely performed well and produced in some big moments. It's for that reason, if he does stay, the Italian will feel he has a point to prove heading into the new season. Mikel Merino. Merino fits into a similar category, having often produced for Arsenal no matter where he has been played on the pitch. An injury issue kept him out for the final third of last season, and Arsenal coped without him, while they are also looking to add a new number 8 this season, which is Merino's best position. That places some question marks over where Merino will fit in going forward, although he helped himself this summer by scoring to winning goals on the way to Spain, becoming World Cup champions. Still, it looks as though starts will be infrequent at best for Merino, and he will certainly have a point to prove for that reason. Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli could be sold if Arsenal get their big left wing upgrade, but it's not out of the question that he stays, with the Gunners likely to demand a pricey figure if they are to sell. Martinelli has garnered a reputation of being inconsistent of late, and the partial truth in that is why Arteta wants to strengthen the left side so badly. The Brazilian has plenty of quality, and he is still young, but he will need to become more consistent if he is to stay. Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres posted a solid goals return in his first season, but Arsenal signed him to be a goal scorer and a killer in front of goal. He didn't have that feel about him last season, whether that's learning a new system or growing pains in a new team. It's unclear. A 21-goal total is nothing to be sniffed at, so this is holding Gyökeres to a high standard, make no mistake. But this Arsenal team requires a stone-cold killer at the top end of the pitch, if they are to be dominant domestically and in Europe, and fans will feel there is more to come from Gyökeres. Mikel Arteta will have a depleted squad to select from when Arsenal open their pre-season campaign against Girona in Spain on August 1st. The Gunners return to training on Monday, with Arteta overseeing his first session after the summer break. The focus from the outset will be on building fitness before the Spaniard switches to tactical concerns in a few weeks, ahead of the 2026-27 season. Girona await at the Estadio Municipal de Montilivi in Arsenal's curtain raiser, with the Spanish side building for their own season. The City Group-owned club take on Leganés in La Liga August 16th. The North Londoners fly to Catalonia a few days before the friendly, and Arteta will have few options available to him for the fixture. 15 Arsenal stars were at the World Cup, none of whom have returned to sober reality to commence their preparations for the new season. That said, the likes of Kai Havertz, Piero Hincapié and Victor Gyökeres could all return to training early next week, potentially putting them in contention. All three players would have enjoyed the recommended 4-week break and their respective World Cup exits, and this should mean they at least make the bench, potentially with 4 or 5 days of training in their system.